The word the is probably the most common word in English, so naturally you would think that that's also the case for a related language like Swedish. And that's where you're wrong. Hey allihopa! Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Say It In Swedish. Have a look at this. Bilen. This means the car in Swedish. Try and spot the. Here's another word for you. Huset. This means the house. Can you spot the? The only two possibilities here are either there isn't a definite form, which using the is called in fancy terms, or it's already baked into the word. And you guessed it, the definite form is constructed with an ending in Swedish. But it actually gets more interesting than that. Obviously, you already noticed that there are two different endings, and I talked about this in another video, and the concept is grammatical genders. This basically means that some words end on en and others on et. But how do you know which ending to use? Well, just by looking at the word, it's not possible to deduce which ending is the correct one, and that's something for another video, but a dictionary will always help you and tell you which gender the word belongs to. So, Swedish uses endings, but it gets even crazier. Let me introduce you to the double definite form. Den röda bilen. The red car. Det röda huset. The red house. Doesn't this look an awful lot like the words? We have den and we have det. Doesn't this mean that Swedish do actually have a word for the? Yes it does. But it isn't used like in English. We need these two when describing something with an adjective. So the red car and the red house both get an article, like den or det, and an ending, like m or et. Imagine being Neo in The Matrix and you have to choose between two pills, red or blue. You'd point and say either det röda pillret or det blå pillret. If you're this far into the video, here's a little secret tip. Almost all words end on en in the definite form. So my example with pillret is actually a bit of an exception.